College is extremely expensive. All throughout my years in the K through 12 education system, predominantly in high school, it is pushed down your throat that going to college after receiving your high school diploma is the absolute best thing to do because it's the smartest decision, they claim. But what they don't tell you after receiving that diploma is how expensive college really is and all the debt you may go in if you don't receive any grants or scholarships to help you out, especially if you're taking care of your own tuition. I graduated class of 2022 and immediately enrolled myself in my local community college. I decided to study elementary education, hoping to put myself back in the education system and make a change. I was lucky enough to receive a scholarship that pays for about 90% of my tuition. Although I still have to take care of my own living expenses, textbooks, homework accessibility that can cost up to $60 just to do your homework. Now that I'm about to transfer to university after receiving my associate's degree in elementary education, I've always wanted to go back to California, where I was born and raised, specifically San Diego State University. But tuition at San Diego State is about $20,000 a year if coming from an Arizona resident not living in California. So hello everybody, my name is Reese and today I'm going to be persuading you to the best of my abilities to lower the overall cost of tuition. I will be talking about the problem that it is, the overall cause for tuition being so high, and a simple solution college officials can do to help. My first main point for this presentation is going to be the overall problem that tuition rates are, and students can barely withstand to pay for their schooling, which is so vital nowadays when people claim that you need a degree to have a successful career in the world, but also holding them back from other problems they may encounter when they are forced to pay that money towards their education or towards their tuition. An article written from Forbes.com, written by Preston Cooper on August 31st, 2020, states, over the past 2 decades, published college tuition has increased in price more than any other good or service besides hospital care. That is just absolutely insane. That getting an education in this country is almost as high as overall hospital care. It should not cost someone so much money just to receive an education that is so vital nowadays. Going into another article that helps support my overall claims was written by thebestschools.com. There was no particular writer, it was overall just the website itself, but it was written on September 15, 2023, and it states, individuals, family, and the government amount to roughly $30,000 in expenses per student per year to go to college. $30,000, that's $10,000 more dollars than me just going to another university in California from an Arizona resident. That is just absolutely insane to pay $30,000 in tuition. You're paying that money, but you're also paying for your living expenses, textbooks, just literally anything you can think of. The overall cause for this is that the college education system is extremely greedy and charges way too much for an education in this country, when they claim it is one of the smartest and obvious choices to make for yourself. Now, let's talk about the idea of in-state and out-of-state tuition. So here's a good example. I want to go to San Diego State University, but I have been a resident here in Arizona for the past 2.5 years. Since I have not lived in California for at least a year to 2 years before going to university, I now have to pay out-of-state tuition, which is a whole nother set of fees and way more expensive than in-state tuition would be. In an article from topuniversities.com, they state, attending college out-of-state, you'll have to pay those out-of-state tuition fees, which are higher than in-state tuition fees. So I'm paying more because I decided to find a better university than in my home state to receive a better education. Now, what can we do to help to take away the overall massive cost of tuition and lower it and just rethink having the idea of in-state and out-of-state tuition. An article written by the journalist resource by Tyler Smith on April 15, 2019 states, distinguishing between residents and non-residents creates missed opportunities from a national perspective. I am missing out on so many different opportunities, as well as college students all around the country, purely because I want to find a better education in another state, which is stopping me from receiving that degree that I want to do. You only live one life, and to have money stopping you from something is just so hard to comprehend. Now that you have the general idea of overall tuition costs, why they are here, why are they so expensive, and what we can do to help by just lowering the cost of tuition and taking away the idea of in and out-of-state tuition, I hope you rethink or advocate for yourself when it comes to applying for college and paying those tuition fees and just speaking out to the problem that it is. It has been a pleasure speaking to you, and I hope I could persuade you just a little bit on the overall idea of lowering tuition costs. Thank you.